Welcome back, time to newcomers. I'd like to apologize to Ace Attorney. Last episode, we exposed Alita Tiala as a gold digger and the bad girl she is. In this episode, let's try to get her for good on the murder of pal Meraktis.
You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe.
He's right. Miss Tiala.
Yes?
It is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Meraktis clinic on the day of the crime. The Meraktis clinic too.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Meraktis was shot in the temple or not.
You went back later?
The chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Meraktis was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
Ah! That was you?
Apollo! That sound! It came from behind this door!
Someone's in there! A break-in! They left through that window! So you were the burglar.
That was you two. If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened the safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing and brazen at that!
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know.
In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting a little crime to avoid the big one, eh? Apparently so. The Meraktis clinic too. Let's see here. Yes, you went to the clinic to speak to the doctor. You wanted that chart, but you failed to get it, so you went back to the clinic later. You didn't shoot him. You don't have proof that I stole that pistol, do you? Don't we have that bullet? No? Okay. It's not the bullet. What about the gun? Okay, let's press then. But you could have stolen it.
Could have. Is this some new definition of proof?
Well, ask Wocky. He'll tell us.
Might I remind you this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your basis series to yourself.
He's right, isn't he? That brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Meraktis was shot in the temple or not. I think we're seeing her true colors.
She's trying to push all the blame on Wocky, and she's getting away with it!
My bracelet didn't react to anything this time. I guess that means there's nothing worth perceiving. Time to get old school. Okay, no bracelet this time. I went back to the clinic. What'd you went to speak to him about? Why that day?
That brat was uncontrollable. He was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. And that chart would become evidence. And I'd be hung out to dry.
But the police didn't check the safe, did they?
Well, they thought the crime scene was at the park. Was the park?
I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, yeah.
I'm kind of thankful for the sloppiness myself, actually. I wanted to get the chart, but I failed to get it. How did you fail? Later?
When I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day. So I waited until the day after. The 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way.
But why did Dr. Meraktis keep the chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him. He could have burned it.
Because he's a coward. The chart was his insurance.
Insurance?
My signature on the chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him.
There's gotta be proof she stole the pistol. Somewhere in here, shouldn't there? Proof you stole the pistol. Oh, what about the lamp? No? Okay, it's the next one. The brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Of course it does. The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we?
Oh, was this one of those press everything ones again?
If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple.
Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look, and was shot. But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. Mr. Stickler shouted from that location the bullet couldn't hit his right temple.
Silly, silly attorney.
What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning?
Eggs and bacon, thank you very much, Miss Tiala. You remember, Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast.
What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken.
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Then why don't you show us our forehead?
Show you? What?
Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, panties guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim?
But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple?
I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is.
Wocky Kitaki was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Stickler at the witness mark. And of course, Pal Meraktis was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? Someplace else. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location.
What are you talking about? I don't see any other place.
Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes.
Eh?
Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? Epic guitar riff. Like so.
Good God, that's like a quarter of the bar. Double penalty?
Our forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead.
Challenge accepted. It's justice time. Ooh, he said challenge accepted. I'm geeking out.
Are you sure, Apollo?
The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned where he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. Da-da-da-da! Inside the noodle stand! I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala.
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no! Oh yes! Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Order, order, order! So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Meraktis, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you're pulling someone along.
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand.
Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in the stand? Well, I've got it. I've got it right here. Intriguing! Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. Once again, I'm in a safe state in case I'm wrong, but I'm 90% certain we're supposed to present the bowl. Thoughts, Prosecutor Gavin?
We have a choice between heaven or hell. Either our brains are damaged or our foreheads is. I wonder which it is.
Okay, that's incorrect. So, proof that someone was in the noodle stand. Oh, what about the slippers? The Meraktis Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in the trash can near the crime scene.
And?
A single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is the proof you were inside that noodle stand.
Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah?
Why not?
You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the sand and simply fell to the ground?
That's just dumb.
One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there.
You have a point. Could someone have hidden in the stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be...
Wow, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand because of this noodle bowl. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldoon's noodle stand. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday in the lobby of the Meraktis clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic? Mr. Eldoon was very clear about these bowls. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Meraktis clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala.
Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. There are worse lies than the spoiled brat's pickup lines.
I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness has both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Meraktis.
More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale.
Then please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Meraktis pulling the stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case. Tiala's explanation.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Meraktis for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Meraktis didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
You knew about the botched operation? So you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself?
I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. Tiala's explanation. Let's do this crap. Let me guess, a bracelet thing? That night, you went to ask Dr. Meraktis for the chart. No intention of ever letting that chart fall into Kitaki hands. I think you're lying, Miss Tiala. Come on, do it. I remember this case. I remember you messing with your collar thing. Come on. Come on. Do it. Mess with your neck. I dare you. Come on, do it. She's not doing it. That's not good. Come on, do it. Mess with your neck already. There's nothing, huh? Alright, so there's nothing on that one. Maybe it's a different one. Let's see here. But Dr. Meraktis didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me, so I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. Bullcrap. Okay, maybe it's this one. Let's see if this one's it. Come on. Do it. Give me something to go off of, Alita. Give me something to go off of. Come on. You know you want to mess with your neck here. Do it. Come on. Oh, there it is. Got it. Confirm. That's it. We got her. All I did was talk and lie.
What? Show me proof.
I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence, and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My twitch? What are you talking about?
You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Huh, it seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone's trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Meraktis clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. The lamp.
What's that?
You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me.
Very well. The answer is very simple, Miss Alita Tiala. Please remove your scarf.
This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting, as soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing.
The beard has seen enough hentai to know where this is going. I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No!
I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Ooh. Your neck. Your neck! That isn't what I think it is! Something did happen that night at the Meraktis clinic. You needed to get that chart back, no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. But wait! Looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened! Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Meraktis and he attacked you. Why is her scarf back on? That's what happened that night at the Meraktis clinic. Order! Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already! I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Meraktis. That gangster knows everything! He's coming for you!
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that shot! Quick, open your safe. Give it to me!
So you can save your own skin?
What?
Oh, I know what you're up to. You want in with the family, and if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I want some company. You.
What happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord.
Paul Meraktis was serious. Deadly serious.
He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
So, you were the victim.
And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now?
Eh?
I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. What? How could I?
Ah! It's not over yet, folks. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened to the Meraktis clinic. And it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. No, it doesn't, Judge! God dang it! When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this Klavier.
Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Now, V-Rock.
What?
Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Meraktis choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next?
He's right! There's more we don't know.
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand?
Alita Tiala, half dead, Dr. Meraktis pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin.
Me? Fräulein, I only wish to know the truth.
Well, let's go back over what we've learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Wocky saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So, he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Meraktis some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Wocky. So she went to the Meraktis clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Meraktis?
That does seem to be the problem. He just strangled Alita Tiala. Perhaps he sought to death. What did he do after his crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Valet forehead, care to guess?
Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Meraktis do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? Yes. Yes, I do. And that evidence happens to be... crap. What is the evidence? Oh, crap. What is it? I want to say the bullet? Nope, not the bullet. Something that shows that he left with the noodle stand. Maybe it is the noodle stand. Let's see. As his next move, Dr. Meraktis stole Guy Eldoon's noodle stand.
What? Killing me disturbed him that much. So much he randomly stole a noodle stand.
It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand. I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was...
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Ah! Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Meraktis did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala!
My corpse?
Dr. Meraktis panicked. He thought he'd killed you.
His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Then, let's think about it. Logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Wocky Kitaki?
I question your logic.
What's this, Prosecutor Gavin?
The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently, the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Meraktis was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? The ocean, of course. Well, that's a river! Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why.
A perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
He didn't have many other options, Fräulein.
I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler of panty-snatching fame walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant...
So, I shot him?
You were the only one who could have stolen Wocky's pistol. It had to be you! Wow, Miss Tiala?
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook.
You're the one who's dreaming. Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Meraktis pulling that stand through the park?
Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Where of what? Can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is that true, Prosecutor Gavin?
Must I always be the one to point out their forehead's errors?
Ah, maybe there really is something.
I believe the Fräulein speaks of our doctor's car.
His car?
That's right. The Meraktis clinic has that big garage.
And what's that, green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
Ah!
And so we find a victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And a defense without the case.
Objection! I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
That's right. That night, The car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it.
Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car?
Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. Give me the evidence list so I can figure it out for you.
A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead.
No! No! Order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Meraktis use his car to carry the body?
Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. The car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Meraktis couldn't use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put 1 and 1 together and that explanation is simple. It's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. And it all comes down to this, guys. The final evidence proves why the car wouldn't run. And that will reveal the whole story. This entire case comes down to a pair of panties. Oh yeah! Let's see now. Panties again?
All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth.
Ha! Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of those panties, the latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But, that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Meraktis Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them. Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. This is surreal.
So you were investigating?
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost.
Your hog?
My motorcycle won't start. The clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
My, how interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Meraktis garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What?
That's why Dr. Meraktis had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Hell yes.
Well, Miss Tiala? This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
So it does.
Where am I? Oh, so dark. Can't see. Cramped.
The pain. My throat's burning.
What's his problem?
You, Doc! I know what you did!
Ah!
Wocky?
You lied to me! So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your medicine, man!
Wait, let me explain.
Fine, I'll give you a last request.
Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me.
No! You ruined everything. I have to stop him.
Did someone say panties?
Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Meraktis didn't bother taking my slippers off.
I threw them out after I stepped in the paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
Eh?
I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Wocky declared guilty, it was you.
I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing?
She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was a killer a while ago.
Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days.
He lost, but I didn't exactly win either.
Something's the matter, forehead.
Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Not guilty! Yeah! Case 2 is over! Order's adjourned. June 17th, 412, District Court. Defendant, lobby, number 2.
Great job, Apollo! You did it!
Yeah, we did. Somehow.
Wocky's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man! You gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes?
Oh, come on, Wocky. Didn't you watch the whole freaking trial?
Or to blame, I guess.
You give me our Alita back! Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish!
Enough, Wocky.
Big Wins is here. Ah, Mr. Kitaki.
It's high time you open your eyes, Wocky.
What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours! Giving up the life, trying to side-screw out a businessman?
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Wocky.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Wocky. Oh, Wocky, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot.
What's that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? Because he wants to have enough money to find a doctor to heal Wocky, correct? Think about it, Wocky. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, little Plum, yesterday.
It pays. But we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
She doesn't mean. You aren't really, are you?
I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Wocky. But it's an expensive procedure.
Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Wocky. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Please understand, Wocky.
Dad? Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for...
Wocky.
That's good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out, and we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
Wocky!
No, it's as it should be.
Mr. Kitaki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes.
I'm glad to have met you. I'm, not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you.
Who, me? I don't think...
Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kitaki lime pie.
He's opening a pie shop?
So long.
Wow, okay. Sounds yummy. And he's gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Wright Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there. Let's get going.
Huh? Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Ah, salty noodles, right. You got a stand back already?
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hats.
Oh, it's special, all right.
Please, anything but him. The end. Thus, the end of Chapter 2 comes about. Chapter 3 is Turnabout Serenade. Now, I want to bring you guys' attention to the description. There's 2 categories this time instead of 1. There's Best Voice Actor, which includes all the voice actors that I did not have to audio edit. And Best Voice includes all the actors in the series. Well, not in the series, but in the case. Including the ones I did have to audio edit. So, Best Voice, vote for the best, most fitting voice for the character. And Best Voice Actor, vote for the best voice actor in the categories that I provided. Also, don't vote for the same person in both categories. I'm trying to get a little variety here, because I know... I got someone in mind that I know is gonna like sweep if I just do same in both categories. One final announcement here. It's gonna be maybe a week or 2, maybe 3 before I start case 3. Only because I have to recast a bunch of roles, considering I casted case 3 ages ago, and I gotta make sure everybody's at least still active. So case 3 is gonna be awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching case 2. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and I will see you guys in Turnabout Serenade.